ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वाक्प्राणश्चक्षुश्रोत्रमथो बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्म उपनिषदं माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम् मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत् अनिराकरणमस्त्वनिराकरणं मे अस्तु। तदात्मनि निरते योपनिषत्सु धर्मास्ते मयि सन्तु ते मयि सन्तु। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओमित्येतदक्षरमुद्गीतमुपासीत ओमिति ह्युद्गायते तस्योपव्याख्यानम्। Page 363. तानि हवा एतानि त्रीण्यक्षराणि सतीयमिति तद्यत्सद तदनृतम् अथ यत् यथयत्ति तन्मर्त्यम् अथ दैन्यम् तेन उभे यच्छति। आचार्य जी हे यच्छति यत् अनेन उभे यच्छति तस्माद्यम् अहर्वै एवं वित् स्वर्गं लोकमेति। तानि वा एतानि ब्रह्मणो नाम अक्षराणि त्रीणि। So these are the three letters of the name of Brahman. Sati Amiti, Sati and Yam are the three letters of the name of Brahman, which is Satyam. Bhashyakar explains Sakarah, Takarah, Yakarah, Lambo, Paseyo. Sakarah, Takarah, Yakarah, Yamiti. The Sakara, Takara, Yam are the three letters of the name of Brahman. What is the name? Satyam is the name. Takara Ikara Ucharanath Anubandha. Bhashyakara said even though the Shruti says Ti, should understood as only Takara because that E is for the facility of pronunciation. Hrasveneva Akshayana Punah Pratinirdeshat iti. Because once Shruti says Sati with Dirgai, then let us say Yatti, Rasvai, Therefore, there is no consistency here. So Bhashyakara says, the intention is not really in ikara, intention only is in takara to facilitate the pronunciation, because takara is a consonant with neither stroke and cannot be pronounced independently without a swara. A vyanjanam you cannot pronounce. So ka, kha you can't pronounce without a swara or a vowel. So vowel is added. In this case, ikara is added just for being able to pronounce that takara. Tesham of them tat tatra yat sakara. The three letters sakara, takara and yam. Of them, yat sakara tat amrutam. Shruti says that sakara is amrutam. Sa means amrutam. Means immortal, avinashi, deathless. What is amrutam? Sad Brahma. That Brahman, which is existence alone, is amrutam, is immortal. Amrutavachakatvat, amrutaha eva sakara. Sakara is amrutavachakatvat. Sakara is the word which means amrutam, immortal. Therefore, takaranto nirdishta. So Shruti said sat. So tad yat sat tad amrutam. So first Shruti says sakara, then says sat, because sat means amrutam, and sakara being a part of that word sat, therefore that avayava, letter sa is avayava or a part of the word sat, and avayava avayavinoho abhedaha, taking for granted the oneness between the part and the whole. So sa there stands for sat, and sat means Brahman, which is amrutam, immortal. That is why sakara takaranto nirdishta. Therefore, even though the letter is sa, Shruti herself says sat is amrutam, ending with a takara. Athayati, then that takara is what? Tat takara is martyam. Takara stands for martyam. Sakara stands for amrutam. Takara stands for martyam, the mortal. Because again, that takara is an avayava or a part of the word martyam. So martyam is a word in which takara is a part. Again, the part stands for the whole. So takara means martyam or mortal. So in yam, tena aksharena amrita martyakhye purve ubhe akshare yachati. Yachati is yam. So yachati means yamayati, niyamayati, controls, regulates, vashikarati. So then yamayati, of that, it actually verb, but the yam is a part of that yamayati. Yamayati means the one who control, one means controls. Yamayati is the verb, means controls. So yam stands for yamayati. So yam stands for controls. In this case, the one that controls. So Anandagiri said that prayukta niyamayati. One who uses the letter yam controls the earlier two, sakara and takara, the immortal and mortal. The other Tikakara says very little yam. Not yam means what yam? Yam, letter yam itself controls the sakara and takara. Yasmat anena yamityane etena uve yacheti tasmad yam. It's called yam because it controls the previous ones, the sakara and takara. So yatha senagrastha rajbhutya senadikam स्वेच्छागमनात् दिवनादि वारणेन नियच्छति. Just as an officer appointed by the king who walks in front, and that way controls all those who are following him. So they have to walk behind him the way he walks. Thus the leader controls or regulates or brings and keeps under control those who follow. In this, Satyam, Yam is a leader. In that sense, it controls the ones who follow him, that is Sakara and Takara. Means mortal and immortal. So thus this letter Yam itself is so great. So Brahmanama Aksharasyapi Idam Amritatvadi Dharvatvam Mahavagyam. Even Satyam of that Sa is a part. So one avayava or a part of that word Satyam, a name Satyam, is so great, which means it is immortal. Yam means that which controls. So even the letters of this name, Satyam, are so great. What we talk of the Nama Satyam. Satyam is great naturally. And then what we talk of the one who possesses that name, that is Brahman, even great. Iti upastyattvaya stuyate brahmanama nirvacanenaiva. Simply by giving the derivation of the name of Brahman, which is Satyam, the letters are praised, and so the name is praised, and thus Brahman also is praised. So Brahman is the pasture, or that which is to be meditated upon, is praised. Now continuing with the Tika below. Line 20. Yadyapi nam nirvachanepi upasya tadvedasyeva phalamiti swarasya pratiyate. Yadyapi nam nirvachanepi. Even though by giving simply the derivation of the name Satyam, upasya tadvedanasyeva idam phalam. Upasya, which is dharakasya, Tadveram evam, with the knowing knowledge or the realization of that Brahman. Idam phalamidi swarataha pratiyate. Evam with swargam lokam eti. So har vai evam with swargam lokam eti. That's the result. Tathapi तद्देहम यह आत्मानम अनुविद्य भजन्ति एतांश सत्यान कामादि प्रयोग विधिना सत्य कामादि गुणानां पुनर्विधानात्. See, this comes later on in the 6th passage. So, in the even here itself this comes, in the सर्वान् लोकान् सर्वांश्च कामान् यः तम् आत्मानम् अनुविद्य विजानाति. It's in 355, in fact, you know. अथ ये आत्मानम् अनुविद्य भजन्ते हितांश सत्यान् कामान् तेषां सर्वेषु लोकेषु काम. It's already come. Upasana, you know. So it's already said here on the page 355. अथ ये आत्मानम् अनुविद्य, knowing the Atma, हितांश सत्यान् कामान्. And also knowing the kamas or the desires which are unfailing desires. Tisham sarveshu lokeshu kamachara bhavati. So, they have the freedom of movement in all the worlds. Okay, now so, coming back here to page 364, yadyapi nama nirvachanepi upasya tadvedanasya phalamiti swarasatah pratiyate. So upasya and tadvedanam, realization of what is to be meditated in Brahman. Tathapi तद्येह आत्मानम् अनुविद्य भजन्ति एतांश सत्यान् कामानि प्रयोग विधिना. So that's a vidhi, that one has to know the Atma as well as all the kamas or the unfailing desires which are there in the self. So knows Atma along with the unfailing desires. Satya kamadi gunanam punarvidhanat. So ya atma apahata papma, and then vijana having mrityu, satya kama, satya sankalpa, it is said. Then again it is said, yaiha atmanam anuvidya bhajanti etam satyan kaman. Iti punarvidhanat. So that satyan kaman were again enjoined to be known. Tasya cha itar parisankhyatattvena gunantarasya upasyatva nivaranat. See, the thing is, look here. Isha atma apahata papma vijaraha mrityuhu vishokaha vijigatsaha pipasaha satyakama satyasankalpa. All these things are stated. And further they will tell us setuhu vidharana, etc. So many attributes of the Atma have been stated. But here the Tikakara says this is simply a technical matter. Of them, which ones are to be meditated upon? Only Satya Kamaha. Etam Satyan Kamadi Prayoga Vidhina. Satya Kamadi Gunanam Punarvidhanat. So Prayoga Prashubhavodhaka Vidhi, Prayoga Vidhi. So, when you have to do something, prayoga, that which brings about a quick result, is called prayoga vidhi. So therefore, the self is to be realized, but then kamaha, satyan kaman. So this also knowing the unfailing desires brings about a quicker result. So thus this is called prayoga vidhi. Vidhi, utpatti vidhi, vinyoga vidhi, prayoga vidhi. And so satyan kamadi prayoga vidhina. Satya kamadi gunanam punarvidhanat. So earlier we already told that one should meditate upon dharakasaya satya kamaha satya sankalpaha. Then again etam satyan kamadi satya kamadi gunanam punarvidhanat. Tasya cha इतर परिसंख्यार्थत्वेन Gunantarasya upasyatva nivaranat. Since Satyan Kama are specifically mentioned again, it means that the Shruti wants us to only meditate upon Satyan Kama and not upon other attributes. Itar Parasankhya, by excluding others. Parisankhya means limitation to that which is expressly mentioned, so that everything else is excluded. So, Satyan, Kaman are mentioned, and therefore that alone is to be meditated upon, excluding others. Tat Kirtanam Stutyarthaya Vyakhyadam. Therefore, even the Nama Sankirtanam, Satyam, etc., is all of this is explained as merely serving the purpose of praising or extolling Upasya Vishya or Brahman. You don't have to meditate upon Nama. The idea is that meditation only upon Dharakasa and Satyan Kama. Rest are all mentioned for praising Brahman, Dharakasa, that's all. See, all of this becomes important because it is karma. Upasana also is a karma. Must be performed as it is enjoined and specified. Therefore, all this discussion to determine what it is specified here to be meditated upon. So this Tikakara says that what the Shruti specifies is that we will meditate upon Dharakasha with this Satyakama, Satyasankalpa. Other things later on, like the name is Satyam or Vidruti, all of these are merely for stuti or praising or extolling, that's all. अतएव वक्ष्यमाणं सेतुत्व विधृतित्वादिकमपि स्तुत्यर्थमेव वक्ष्यते. Therefore, next passage setu vidhrutihi. The Atma is setu. It is like a dam. Vidhrutihi. It is in fact an embankment or a protection. So these additional qualities or attributes of the Atma are given in subsequent passages. They are also meant merely for stuti of the Atma and not for being meditated upon. Ataiva vachaspatina kamadi itaratra tatra se ayatanadibhya ityatra vashitvadinam bruhadaranyake nirguna vidya gatanamiha upasamrutanam asya saguna vidyatvena atra upasyatva yogyanapi प्रयोग विधि अपरिग्रहीतत्वात् स्तुत्यर्थता एव इति उक्तम. So Vachaspati also says that all of this is only for stuti. Kamadi itaratra. So here Satya Kama, Satya Sankalpa is mentioned here. Tatra cha ayatanadibhya. In Brihadaranyaka, ayatanam etc. is mentioned. इति अत्र वशित्वादीनां प्रयोगविधि अपरिग्रहीतुः. See, you have to go earlier discussion. Go to page number 344. The footnote. The second part says Brihadaranyake Sarvasya Vashi, Sarvasya Ishana, Sarvasya Adhipati Gunatrame Upasanartham. So same Upasana, Dharakasha Upasana is given in the Brihadaranyaka also, where these other attributes are stated. Sarvasya Vashi, Sarvasya Ishana, Sarvasya Adhipati. So those are also to be included here. And when you go to Brihadaranyaka, what is stated here should be included there, and what is stated there should be included here. Esha Sarveshwara, Esha Bhutad Ityadikam Ishvara Stutihi. Only Sarvasya Vashi, Sarvasya Ishana, Sarvasya Adhipati. These three are to be meditated upon. Esha Sarveshwara, Esha Bhutadipati iti. is Ishvara Stuti. Okay. In the next page, again footnote, last line. Siddhantastu Chhandogya Saguna Vidya Bhudaranyakatra Nirguna Vidyayati Bhedepi Stutyartham Gunopasamhara Ishyarevi. So ultimate Siddhanta was that Dhara Vidya in Chhandogya is Saguna Brahma, and in Brihadaranyaka it is Nirguna Vidya. Iti. There is a Bheda. Therefore, the two kinds of meditations are different. So it's not one meditation. Still, Stutyartham Gunopasamhara is only for Stuti, the gunas are also to be included for the purpose of Stuti. So now we come back to page 364. अतएव वाचस्पतिना कामादि इतरत्र तत्र च आयतनादिभ्यः. So ayatanam is here, So kamadi itaratra tatra se ayatanadibhyate atra vashitvadinam bruhadaranyake nirguna vidyagatanam. So Isha Vashi, etc. So it was stated here, Sarvasya Vashi, Sarvasya Ishana, Sarvasya Adhipatihi. Iti Bruhadaranyake Nirguna Vidyagatanam Ihopasamhritanam. All those are to be also included here. Asyaha Saguna Vidyatvena. In Chhandogya it is the Saguna Vidya. Atra Upasyatva Yogyanam api. So all of those they are quite fit for being meditated upon here, because this is a meditation of Saguna Brahma. And all these Vashi, Ishana, Adhipati, all of these can certainly be added into the meditation upon Saguna Brahma. Prayogavidi aparigruhitatvat. But Prayogavidi is what? Ye Atman Anuvidya etam se satyan kaman. So the Satyan Kama that are mentioned to be meditated upon, they were not included these Sarvasya Vashi Ishana Adhipati. Stutyartha eva iti uktam. So Vachaspati said that all those Ishana, Vashi, etc. are only for Stuti and not for meditation. Nyayascha. What is Nyaya? यदि श्रुतत्वमात्रेण गुणानाम् उपास्यत्वं स्यात् तदा एतां सत्यान् कामादि कामानां पृथक् उपास्यत्वं न ब्रूयात्. If whatever Shruti mentions is to be meditated upon, then apahata papma, etc., satyakamaha, satyasanga is already mentioned. So whatever Shruti mentions is to be meditated is as a rule, then Shruti doesn't mention it again. But subsequently, Shruti says, so iha atma etam satyan kaman, mentions specifically. Therefore, only satyan kaman is meditated upon and not others. Otherwise, Shruti need not mention it separately again. Ata itaresham shruyamanam parisankhyanartham punashranu nischyate. Therefore, that of all the attributes, Satyan, Kaman alone are mentioned in Prayogaviti and not the others, means that in meditation others are to be excluded and we will only meditate upon the Satyan, Kaman. Iti stutyartham eva tesham. This is a nyaya. Kincha tasmin yantah tadanveshtamiti upasanam vidhaya. That whatever is within that is to be meditated upon. Now the whole universe is within that Dharakasha. Dhyava, Prasavya, Surya, Chandramas, etc. But yaccha sasya hasti, yaccha nasti, sarvam tadasmin samahitamiti sarvasya samahitattvasene sarvasyapi upasyatva siddhe. Then whatever is he possesses what it does not possess, all of this is contained in that Dharakasha. Then everything becomes the object upasana. Pundaridam vachanam stutyarthamedi bhavaha. And therefore, idam vachanam stutyarthameva. That all this again, what is included and what is not included is for only stuti. Idi uktartham. Ukta prakarana brahmana stutatve tadupasana kramukta sarvolok shabdubhana prapnati. So Bhashyakara said at the end, aharavai evavit swargam lokameti idi uktartham. So that part, evavit swargam lokameti came earlier also in the earlier passage. Therefore, Bhashyakara, that part has already been explained. What is explained? Ukta prakarana brahmana stutatve. Since Brahman is praised in a manner like this, like name is Satyam, etc. So Upasanaya Krama Mukta. So Upasana upon Saguna Brahma qualifies the Upasaka for Krama Mukti. So Upasana upon Saguna Brahma will enable the Upasaka to go to Brahma Loka, because that is the world of Saguna Brahma. Brahmaloka means the realm of Saguna Brahma. So since the Upasaka has meditated upon Saguna Brahma, therefore he will reach the world of Saguna Brahma, the Brahmaloka, and then along with Brahmaji he will be liberated. This is Krama Mukti. Tad Upasana Krama Muktau Swargaloka Shabdam Brahmanam Prapnati. So Ahar Swargam Swargam Lokameti, right. So that is Brahmanandam. Earlier said that the word Swarga, Swarga stands for Sukha, and Sukha is Brahman, therefore Swargam Brahmanandam Prapnati Uktartham. So this meditator also will go to Krama Mukti, you will attain Brahmanandam. Okay, now he continues. So on the next page, 365. So only for praising, why do they keep on elaborately describing this? But anyway, these all the rules of Mimamsa. All the description is simply dismissed as stuti, nothing else. You would understand that all these greatness is described for meditation. Govardhan, there are all kinds of things are there, so 108 names are there, all they are all meant for meditation, or 1,000 names. Each name describing glory. No, this one is mentioned here, so rest is all for only praising or extolling. This alone is meditated upon. Because basically we are interested in the result of meditation, which is Swargam Lokam iti. And if you can attain Swargam Lokam by meditating on only one attribute, why meditate upon many other things? So that's why the determination becomes important. So Vakyantaram Adatte. Now the next Vakya, next passage is taken away by Bhashyakara, page 365. Athaya Atma Sasetuhu Vidrutihi Esham Lokanam Asambedaya Na Etam Setum Ahoratre Taratah न जरा न मृत्यु न शोकः न सुकृतं न दुष्कृतं सर्वे पापमानः अतो निवर्तन्ते अपहत पाप्मा हि एष ब्रह्मलोकः. Thereafter, Atma Sasetuhu, this Atma, which is under discussion. Isha Atma, Apahatapatma, Vijana, same Atma, the discussion is continued. Further attributes are stated. Sasetuhu, Setu means causeway, that Lord Rama built, joining the south of India with Lanka. That's called Setu. Setu is not a bridge, Setu is a dam or causeway upon which you can walk. And what the Setu does is, it divides the water. So there is a body of water. If there is a setu in the river, then it again divides the river by blocking the water before the dam and the water after the dam. If it is in any other body of water, such as a lake or even the ocean in this case, it again divides the body of the water. Meaning that water on this side cannot go on that side and that side cannot come on this side, and therefore a boundary is there. Distinction is made. Just as in the dam, the water flowing towards the dam builds up. Its height is built up. Whereas the water on the other side of the dam doesn't have that freedom. So the dam or setu in fact restrains, distinguishes, etc. Separates. That is what a setu does. In that sense, Atma also is called a setu because it restrains. It doesn't allow one towards the other and so forth and restrain. This is what your job is. Your job is to rise here and produce electricity and go to irrigation. Your job is to go into the ocean, So each one's duty is earmarked. And they cannot transgress that duty. That's exactly what the dam does. Or Vidruti. Vidruti means an embankment. See, if there is a lake, body of water, then you restrain that, So that is called an embankment, which protects that water. So it's also a protection. What happened in Kedarnath, the embankment broke down. It collapsed and all the water flew. So all the water flowed, that is how it happened. The reason why all that big accident happened is because there was a lake above this Kedarnath, and of that the embankment, it just collapsed, it gave way. Now that is the most dangerous thing, because when the water is stored, all that quantity of water, that's why they are always concerned about the dams. A huge body of water is stored, and if that protection breaks, if that dike or embankment breaks, or if there is a crack or anything, all that body of water will come simultaneously. See, even if it is raining or even if it is river, is not as bad as a dam. Because the river, water is flowing but not in that quantity. Here a huge body of water right away comes and will destroy everything. So that way they are always concerned about dams. Like the dam in Uttarkashi, And so if something happens there, God forbid, but then all Rishikesh, everything will be gone. They've been saying it for a long time. Anyway, that's not the point here, but the idea is that how the dam or a dike or that embankment also does not allow the water to go out. That embankment also contains that water within that boundary. Here the dam also contains the water within the boundary. So protecting, containing, restraining is what a dam does or an embankment does. Isham lokana asambhedaya. So sambheda means disintegrate, so that these words do not disintegrate. Loka here means the people of this universe. Different elements consisting of the universe, all of them are restrained or controlled within their boundaries. So this is the boundary. And just as a boundary, such as an embankment or a dike, how it contains the water in that in that container. Similarly also, this Ishvara is like an embankment which keeps everything within bounds. It defines boundaries for everybody, for the whole universe. What the sun should do, what the moon should do, what everybody should do, what a Brahmana should do, what a Kshatriya should do, what etc. It's all boundaries are very well defined. Isham lokana asambhedaya. Therefore, a Brahmana does what he has to do, a Kshatriya does what he has to do. There is no intermingling at all, no mixture, no Varna Sankaryam, no duty. Sankarya means no admixture of the duties. no admixture of castes, no admixture of duties. So this is again the glory of Saguna Brahma. That it restrains, controls, maintains the boundaries of everything in the whole universe. And there is a vyavastha, there is an order in the whole universe because everything comprising the universe remains within the boundary. Nothing transgresses the boundary. Etasya akshasya prasasanagari surya chandramasau vidritau tishthatah. The sun, the moon are in that position. So earth, heaven and the earth, the time also flows exactly as it is controlled. The rivers from east to west and west to east from the mountains. The river has no freedom to change the direction. It just goes as it is destined. So this is the Setu. Then again further, stuti of that Setu. Naitam Setum ahoratre tarata. Ahoratra, day and night, they do not transgress or do not reach this Setu, which is Brahman. न जरा न मृत्यु न शोक already vijara vimrutyuhu vishoka it doesn't say the decrepit old age, death or grief does not in any way touch it, cannot reach it, cannot approach it, cannot reach it because it transcends everything. The idea is here the transcendental name, transcend means, so, Uve tirtva ashanaya pipasa. Or, ashanaya pipasa shokam mahum janam mrityum atyeti. So that is transcend all the samsara dharma. So transcend that samsara dharmas cannot touch it, cannot affect it, cannot influence it. Na sukrutam, na dushkrutam, not even the virtue of the wise. Sarve papmana atah nivartante. All the papas, all the sins, nivartante, they turn back without reaching it. Like yato vacho nivartante aprapya manasasaha. That from which the words, along with the thought, they return without reaching it. Na tatra chakshur gacchati, meaning that all of these have no scope. Asangoyam purusha. This purusha is asangha, unattached. And so, it cannot be polluted. It is nirlepaha, niranjanaha, meaning that it cannot be polluted. It cannot be it cannot be made dirty in any way. Like Ganges water is pure by itself, but you can make it impure. But pavitranam pavitramyo, this is the one that is purifier of the pure. It purifies the purifiers. So impurity cannot touch it. It can never become impure. So not that it is not only pure, but then it can never become impure. So, papmana ataha nivartante. All the papas, including sukruta, dushkruta, all of this nivartante. They turn away from this one. Why? Apahata papmahi esha brahmaloka. This world that is Brahman, which is Brahmananda, is apahata papma, devoid of all the sins. So Vakyantaram adatte athaiti. Ashakana says, Athaya atma iti. Let's see next Vakya. Tasya tatparyamaha. What is the tatparya? What's the purport? What's the meaning intended to be conveyed by the Shruti in this Vakya? Now going to that Tika line 24, Atha atmayati atha shabdena arthantarokti brahmam bharayati. Atha means what? Thereafter. No, that can mean that now we will talk about a different subject also. Atha can be for a change of topic also. Arthantaram. So arthantarokti brahmam bharayati. Not that the next passage talks about some other entity. Next passage also talks about the same entity which is under discussion so far. So Bhashya Ukta Lakshana, Bhashyakara says, Ukta Lakshano Yaha Samprasadaha Tasya Swarupam Vakshimanahi Uktaihi Anuktaischa Gunaihi Punastuyate Brahmacharya Sadhana Sambandhartham. Atha Yaha, who is that Yaha? The one. Which one? Ukta Lakshano Yaha Samprasadaha Esha Samprasadaha. So it is a serene one. Ukta Lakshana, with the Lakshana, the characteristics have been stated, being stated so far. Tasya Swarupam Stuyate. The Swarupam, the nature of the Samprasada, meaning Brahman, is Stuyate, is extolled again. Vakshimanahi Uktaihi Anuktaischa Gunaihi Punastuyate. Vakshimanahi Gunaihi. But the Gunaihi attributes that will be stated. Uktaihi, which are already stated. Satyakama, Satyasankalpa, etc. And Anuktahi, which are not stated here, may be stated elsewhere. So what is stated, what is not stated, and what will be stated, by all those gunas that attributes, punastuyate, Swarupam, the nature of Brahman, or the Upasya Vishaya, is further extolled, again extolled. Why are you extolling it? It is so great. The greatness is further and further stated here. Why? Brahmacharya sadhana sambandhartham. Then Brahman is so great that for attaining Brahman, the means also must be equally great. So Brahmacharya or celibacy is considered to be the most difficult sadhana, spiritual practice which can be followed by a person. Most difficult. And so before you prescribe something which is extremely difficult, you have to motivate the person to in fact follow such strict discipline. What's the motivation? That the one for whom I am following the discipline is so great, the result is going to be so great. Therefore, one is motivated to undertake a very difficult discipline because the outcome is going to be very great. Therefore, Brahmacharya sadhana sambandhartham. For associating this meditation with sadhanam, the means of the nature of Brahmacharya or celibacy. Now look at footnote 1 on that page. Atra na sukrutam na dushkrutam iti uktva sarve papmanaha. That footnote 1 is the second line of this passage itself. It is sukrita sarve papmana. It is sukritasyapi papa shabdena anuvada. So first is virtue and vice, and then is all the sins. Meaning the virtue of sukritam also is included in the sin. Vedanta Shastre Sarvatra Papa Shabda Punya Papo Bhaya Parayati Suchade. That is Vedanta, wherever the Shruti uses the word Papa, we should also include the Punya. Ubhaya Parayati. Punya Papa, that Papa stands for both Punya as well as Papa, the virtue and vice. Why? Bandhakatvena mumukshuna ubhayo tyajyatvat. Punya means sakama karma, understand? What mumuksha has to give up is sakama karma. Karma is punya karma. But nishkama karma is alright because nishkama karma does not create any result, binding result for this mumuksha. Sakama karma creates binding result. Even though result may be of the nature of pleasure, as in heaven, etc., it is binding pleasure. Whereas the nishkama karma, the result is antahakana shuddhi, is also punya, but brings about antahakana shuddhi, and therefore it aids in the liberation. That punya sakama karma only adds to that bondage. This nishkama karma aids to liberation. So sakama karma also is included in papa. Because kama is papa. That's why the samsara is. Bandhakatvena mumukshana uvayo tyajyatvat. That mumuksha should give up, certainly give nishiddha karma has to be given up, but then this sakama karma also is to be given up. Sri Anandagiri Prakarantarena Stuti Prarambhartha Vakyastha Atha Shabda. So Atha Atma is not, Atha does not mean, that is not here referred to some other entity, but Prakarantarena Stuti Prarambhartha. Normally Atha means some Arthantara should be there. Now then you talk of something else. But there is no Arthantaram here, not anything new stated here. Then Stuti Prarambha Prakarantarana Stuti, there is something new. What is it? Stuti continues, but Prakarantarana. So here the Arthantaram is what? Prakarantaram. So Prakarantarana Stuti Prarambhata Vakyastha Atha Shabda. Athaya Atma. That this passage now also presents Stuti or praise of Brahma in a different way. Says Anandagiri, Kimidi Stuti. Then why are we extolling Brahman? Ida Apeksham Stutye Brahmani Adhare Brahmacharyakhyasya Sadhanasya Sambandha Vidhanarthamita. So Brahmacharya Sadhana Sambandhartham. So why are you continuing this praise? Or why are you praising Brahman now in a different way? There must be some purpose. You won't praise or Stuti cannot be for no reason. So Stuti is Arthavada. Arthavada must be connected with some Vidhi. The later Brahmacharya is to be stated. So this Arthavada connects with the Brahmacharya. That Brahman is so great that it deserves to be meditated along with the discipline of Brahmacharya. So I have several footnotes here which you don't have. So Anandagiri Stutye Brahmani Adhare. So Stutye Brahmani. Brahmani means what? Ukta Samprasada Swarupe Brahmani. Brahman which of the nature of Suprasada or Ananda. Brahmacharyakhyasya. What is Brahmacharyakyam sadhanam? The sadhanam is spiritual means of the nature of Brahmacharya. So Brahmacharya, Brahmani Charyam Anushtayamidi Vyutpatya. So Brahmachari, Brahmani Charati is the Brahmachari. So one who always dwells upon or abides in Brahman. Brahma can also mean your Veda. Someone is dedicated to Brahman. To study your Vedas also is Brahmachari. But Brahmani Charyam Anushtayam iti Vyutpatya, Brahmani Adharasya Sambandha. So, Brahmacharya Sadhana Sambandhartham. So, Brahmacharyakyasya Sadhanasya Sambandha Vidhanartham. But what is Brahmacharyam? Brahmani Adhare. So, seventh case Anandagiri gives. So Brahmani Charyam iti Brahma. So when Anandagiri gives Brahmani seventh case, it means the Vigraha is what? Brahmani Charyam. Anushtayamidi Brahmacharyam. So that is how Brahmani is what? Seventh case. Seventh case is what? Adhara. So therefore Adhikana Saptami. So Brahmani Adhara Asa Sambandha. Such a sadhya sadhana bhavatmaka eva. That Brahman is sadhyam and Brahmacharya is sadhanam. That is how Brahmacharya is based upon Brahman. Tat sambandha ghatirameva brahmana adharatvam How does Brahma becomes Adhara or the locus of Brahmacharya? Because tat sambandha ghatitameva Brahman Adharatvam. That Brahmacharya is connected also with Brahman, in that sense Brahman becomes the locus of Brahmacharya. तथा च एवं विद महामहिम ब्रह्मोपलब्धे दुष्ठानापि ब्रह्मचर्यम अनुष्ठेयमेव यदि उपास्य स्तुति अपि साधन विधान उपयुज्यते इति अवधेयम्. So two things are done. Sadhana vidhanam. Brahmacharya is prescribed as the sadhanam, the spiritual means required for this meditation. And by prescribing such difficult sadhanam, Brahman also is praised that how great Brahman must be, which requires the spiritual means as difficult as Brahmacharya. So tatha cha evam vida mahima brahmopalabdhe. For realization of Brahman, which is so great, durusthana brahmacharya. Brahmacharya celibacy is extremely difficult to practice. Anushtayam eva, even that for meditating and realizing Brahman so great as this, it is necessary that you must even undertake the discipline of celibacy, however difficult it is. Iti upasya stuti api sadhana vidhana upayujyate. So simultaneously, while prescribing Brahmacharya as a means of this realization of Brahman, the glory or greatness of Brahman also is by the way stated. Iti. So, because this passage was Stuti of Brahman, so when you prescribe Brahmacharya as a means of, as a discipline for meditation, how is Brahman praised? So this is prescription of Brahmacharya, but Brahmacharya is so great, and therefore Brahman, the Brahman which is meditated upon is also very great, and that way even prescription of Brahmacharya sadhanam in a way includes the stuti of Brahman. Sambandha vidhanatham, what is sambandha? Stutyasya brahmacharyasya stutyeneva sambandham arhatvaditi. So Brahmacharya is well known as something very tough. It's always praised. Even the Yoga Shastra also will tell you what siddhis one attains by Brahmacharya. So stutyasya brahmacharya, brahmacharya which is stutyam, which is extolled, which is well known to be extolled or praised, that brahmacharya which is so praiseworthy can only be associated with something which is equally praiseworthy. That way the praiseworthiness of Brahman also is stated. Or that Brahman is praiseworthy, therefore brahmacharya which is praiseworthy is associated with that as a sadhana. Going to take on the line 24. Ukta lakshano yas samprasada iti samprasada prapya tatsvarubhuta ityartha. Yas samprasada. What is samprasada? Samprasada means serene man, meaning the sushupta or sushupti. So samprasada prapya. So that is to be attained by mind enjoying that serenity. Tatsvarubhuta ityartha, or that which is the true nature of this serene one, which is Brahman. So brahmacharyadi sadhanantara vidhanaya atha shabda. Alright. So Anandagiri said, prakarantara stuti prarambhara atha shabda. Atha is for presenting stuti in another way. This Tikakara says, this atha is brahmacharyadi sadhanantara vidhanaya, for prescribing other sadhanam, such as brahmacharyam, for prescribing that is the purpose of the atha shabda. So Bhashyakara said, uktaihi anuktaisya gunaihi punastuyate. Uktaihi jara abhavadivi. Vijaraha, Vimrityu, Vishoka, all of these have been already stated. So they are stated again, na jara, na mrityu, na shoka, taratah. And so, taranti. So the thing is that all of these things cannot reach. So, uktaihi gunaihi stuyate. Anuktaihi setuvadivihi setuhu vidhrutihi has not been stated so far. So Brahman is praised by these attributes which are not anuktai, not stated as yet. And then mruddarvad nimitta, alright. So that is that. Then Vakshamana will be stated subsequently. What is Setu? Mruddarvad nirmita jalasantana vidharaka setu uchyate. In those days they did not have all this cement and concrete and stuff like that. So how would they make a setu? Mruddarvad nirmita jalasantana vidharaka. Vidharaka, that in fact which divides. What jalasantanam? Santana means continuity. So water is flowing in the river and here it restrains. So what is it? Mruddarvad nirmita. So that a dike or that dam, which is created from the clay and daru means wood. So clay, wood, etc. they must be using. I guess wood means also the stems of the trees also must be used, and then they must be all joined together, bonded together with clay. So that's how the art of setu is old. That means setum stara, setum stara, setum stara. Crosses barriers, because setu comes on your way. So what is true? Setum stara, hey water, may you cross over this barrier, the obstruction. So these obstructions in our life, Ashraddha is an obstruction, and then Himsa is an obstruction, Krodha is an obstruction, Adhanam is an obstruction. So cross all those. So Bhashyakara says here, Ya eshaha yathokta lakshana atma seturiva setuhu. Ya eshaha yathokta lakshana atma. Atma of which the lakshanas characteristics have been stated. Saha setuhiva setuhu. So what is not stated is being now stated. Sa setuhu is like a dike or like a dam, like a causeway. Sanagri yatha mrudadimaya setuhu vyavastha hetuhu. Just as a causeway or a dam made from the clay and the wood, etc., is vyavastha hetuhu, is for organizing properly that this water is restrained here. So vyavastha means what? You have to organize. Organize means what? Place everything in its proper place. There's a whole crowd of people here. You organize. Hey, come on, masons this way, carpenters that way, laborers that way. Organizing. So then they will do exactly what is assigned to them or what they are good for, what they are qualified for. So that vyavastha is always needed for a proper management. So that is one of the important aspects of management is to assign the duties according to their qualifications and aptitudes, so and their abilities. So whatever ability a person possesses, accordingly the task is assigned. Or whatever is the status of that person, accordingly the boundaries are assigned. You can't do this. You are father, you cannot do this. Your mother, you're old man. Come on, you're grown up, grow up. You can't play with toys even now. You're 25 years old. You cannot play with the gilli danda, etc. Come on, you're old. So that is how that is meant for children, not for you. So sometimes they do in the home also. Hey, this is not for you. Sometimes the older children also start playing with what the little ones are doing, Hey, come on, that's not for you. So Vyavastha is required. Then only the old fellow will own up his oldness, otherwise it will not. So everybody has to grow and everybody has to fit into the proper slot. Then the whole Vyavastha will work and then only this person will grow both ways. So Vyavastha hetu asya idam kshetram, this way. Asya idam kshetram, this is your field, there is a boundary there. But in fields also you make a boundary. Asya idam kshetram, this is his field, this is your field, come on now, you can't transgress here. If that boundary is not there, this fellow may come in here and that fellow may go there and there will be no Vyavastha. And so you would not know what belongs to you and where you should work. That fellow keeps on encroaching upon you and therefore you are confused. Or you take the liberty and encourage upon somebody, that also is not right. So Vyavastha. Means all boundaries are always to be made for the Vyavastha. That ayapi Vyavastha hetuhu setuhiva setuhu. Similarly, Atma also Vyavastha hetu. Maintains all boundaries. What you should do, what you should not. This is yours, that is not yours. Your duty, this person's duty. You can get married here, not there. All those are included by them. All rules and regulations are included. So whatever kind of constitution they had, all the rules of the social living basically. Because people, number one, they need the direction. And secondly, they need to be restrained. Those who do not know are to be told what to do, and those who know are to be told what not to do also. So that's the Vyavastha that Setu does. Okay, we'll continue tomorrow. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shankaram Shankaracharyam Adarayanam Sutrabhashya Krutau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavad Vyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.